Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in this video, as you saw in the title, I will talk about how to avoid getting scammed in the trading industry, how to avoid someone stealing your money. So let's actually get right into it. If you're not subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you do that. I would truly appreciate it, and you can also leave a like under the video. That would mean a lot to me. Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, I want you guys to know that I was very hesitant to make this video, simply because a lot of people who are scammers will not like that I'm talking about this in this video. They will hate on me, they will probably dislike this video and all of that, okay? So a lot of these people will be mad at me for doing this and for telling the truth and exposing all their techniques and what they do to basically, scam people and steal money from others. So that's why I was, not sure about doing this video. I was a little afraid to do this video, if that makes sense. But I think that it's really important. I am willing to take this responsibility. I am willing to get the hate or the negative feedback from some people or the dislike. I don't care about any of that stuff. If this video can help at least one person to not get scammed, then I will be happy. And hopefully this video reaches a lot of people. I know I don't often ask you guys to share my videos except at the very end, right? And few people watch until the end of the video, so that's where I say it. But in this video, please guys, share this video with as many people as possible. I would like this video to be the one that has the most views on my channel, simply because I've seen way too many people get scammed. I've seen way too many people lose money, get their hopes and dreams destroyed by fuckers who don't give a fuck about you and only care about your money. So I want this video to reach as many people as possible because the truth has to be exposed, right? I'm tired of seeing people get scammed. I'm tired of seeing people lose money. I receive DMs and messages on social media every fucking day from people telling me, oh Anthony, I lost money because of this guy, or I bought this product and it didn't work, or I did this and I blew my account. I get so many of these messages, guys, it's fucking crazy. So in this video, I want to break down exactly how these scammers are scamming people. How are they doing it to appear like they know what they're doing, but they really don't, and all their income comes from their course or their product or whatever. So that's why I want this video to be really shared a lot, because it has to be told. Someone has to do it, and I search on YouTube and there's practically no video about it. I don't know why, but practically nobody ever made a video talking about this, and I think that it's probably because of the same reason that I was hesitating to do this, because I know that I will get a lot of hate for doing this video. I know, it's believe me, I've talked about this a few times already on Instagram, and every time that I go into these topics, a lot of people are not really happy for me to try to bring the truth out of it. So I'm taking the chance and the risk, we could say, today for doing the video. But as I said, if it can help at least some of you guys, and hopefully a lot of you guys, to avoid being scammed in trading, then I am 100% willing to do this and to accept the results that come after that, okay? So I have my iPad right here. I have a lot of notes that I've taken before doing this video. So normally, as you guys know, in my videos, I like to just talk with my heart, talk with my mind, and go over whatever comes to my mind. In this video, I did it completely different. I already have a lot of points that I want to talk about because, as I said, this is a very serious and important video. So I want it to be structured and to be really clear for all of you guys, okay? So first of all, the idea of me doing this video came to my mind when I saw some drama in the forex or trading industry, especially on Instagram. So I will not talk about who that concerns, or I will not talk about what type of drama it is or why is there any drama in the first place. It doesn't matter at this point. Honestly, I don't care. as I said, those people are not real, those people are scammers. So, you know, whatever they do, whatever they say, I don't trust that. So from this point, I really just don't care, you know. So I don't want to use these like examples or whatever, or I don't even want to say their names, because that's not the point. I'm not doing this video to expose people or to say, oh, this guy is a scammer or this guy is a scammer. No, that's not the goal. I mean, I'm not here to do this. What I'm here to do is try to explain you guys, as I said, how some of these people are doing to appear like they are really good traders, but they are not, and they are just selling you, you know, their products, and how a lot of these guys are just scamming people. That's really what I want to do. I want to basically like give you guys all the points that I think are really relevant for you to keep in mind, basically, and just like always remember that, and so you can have a critical mindset. That's really like the goal of it, you know. That's really the idea behind this video, giving you guys the tools that after you can use to be able to determine if someone is actually legit or not. Okay, so that's basically how it will go. In this video, I have 10 points that I want to talk about, and as I said, I will try to go as deep as possible. So this will not be the most entertaining video of my channel, but that's not even the goal. As I said, I'm doing this hopefully to help some of you guys and avoid sad stories that I hear on a daily basis. All right? Okay, so let's start. Oh, one more thing as well before that I go into these 10 points. What I'm about to say is not like a 100% like formula. Like just because someone has some of these points, or just because someone doesn't have these points, it doesn't mean that they are a scammer or not. Okay, so like don't take everything that I say for granted. A lot of it is my opinion, my own judgment, and my own common sense. So it's really important to understand, and also there could be other points that I missed that could also, you know, be an indicator that someone is a scammer. So, you know, once again, it's not a 100% formula, it's more my own judgment. But I think I am a pretty qualified person to do this video, simply because first of all, I've been trading for nearly 4 years now, actually a little more than 4 years. So I've been in the industry for quite some time, especially, you know, on social media and things like that. I'm now a full-time trader. As you guys know, I do this full-time. I also have my own course, right? So that's why I said that, like, just because someone has a course doesn't mean that he's necessarily a scammer, right? So like, not everything is black or white. That's what I want you guys to understand as well. There's a lot of gray. So just because someone is selling something around trading doesn't mean that he's a scammer, right? Like, it's important to not generalize everything and see, oh my God, everything wants my money, everything, like everyone is so bad. No, like that's not how it works, right? So like, you know, don't overgeneralize. But as I said, I think I'm really qualified to do this. I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm a full-time trader. I have my own classes that I do. So I've seen a lot behind the doors, if we could say. I've seen a lot of things happening behind the scenes, behind the Instagram pictures that a lot of you guys are unaware of. I've seen a lot of people use different techniques to scam people. So I think I'm really qualified to do this video, and that's why I'm doing it. So anyway, let's actually get right into it. So the first point. So whenever that you want to judge a person, or that you want to form yourself an idea on, you know, whether the person is real or not, what I think is really important to do at the beginning is to look at their personality. Okay, so if you study the greatest traders of all time, and when I say traders, once again, I'm really talking about traders, or you can say investors as well, it works too. When you study those guys, you will see that most of them are very relaxed person. They are very calm, they are very rational, they are very logical. They don't get excited for no reason, or they don't scream when they make a big profit, or they don't get mad when they take a loss. I mean, they are, for most of the time, very relaxed, very calm, and very smart people, you know. Like they don't like get excited for no reason, you know, especially when they make a profit, you know. So they are, for the most time, very calm, very relaxed. They are focused into what they're doing. They, as I said, they don't like scream around, or they don't jump for no reason. Like, you see what I mean? Like, you know, they have a very like relaxed personality. So When you see, you know, a person, let's say on social media, that always like scream or always like, oh my god, look at my life, or oh my god, look at this car, or oh my god, let's drive fast, you know, like that type of things, those are really strong indicators that this person is not really even trading in the first place. Because as I said, those like the real traders, that's not how they are, you know, like so many people think that trading is made for everybody, but no, it's not the case, right? Like, let's be real, like not everyone can be a successful trader. Like, if you want to really succeed in trading, you need to have certain traits of personality that very few people have, you know, such as rationality, such as high control over your emotions, such as being very calm, being very thoughtful, right? So like all of these things are included in the personality of great traders. So if you see someone that, you know, proclaims to be a great trader, but that is basically the opposite of what I just described, well, most of the time it's usually a red flag. You know, it's usually an indication that this person is really not real, and that this person is, as I said, just there to sell you a dream, basically. So this was the first point. Look at their personality. Try to understand the personality of great traders and see after that if this person actually, you know, matches the personality or not. Okay, so that's the first point. Now the second point. So that's another way that you can know if someone, as I said, is real or not. Well, if someone is real, most of the time they will have been around the trading industry for quite some times, and they have a lot of experience, right? So let's say that, you know, you start to follow someone on Instagram and that person has been trading for like 6 months or 1 year. Do you really think that in 6 months or 1 year you can become this great trader, this great teacher, this mentor, blah blah blah? No, it takes way more time than this, you know? Like, if you want to really achieve a high level in trading, I mean, it will take years of work, you know, like it's not as easy as most people think. Like, trading is really hard. It's a huge challenge for most people, you know, including myself, you know, like I'm not a guru, I'm not a genius. So even for me, it was hard to learn how to trade, you know? So it's important to understand that. And so if someone that you see online only has been around for a few months, you've never heard of that person, you've never seen that guy. If you go on his Instagram, you will see that he just created the profile recently, or he came from nowhere and look at me guys, I'm this profitable trader, I have this car, look at my life, you know, like that type of things. Once again, it's a red flag. You need to be really careful of that. So if the person doesn't have a lot of experience, well, I don't think that this person is able to teach, because, well, in trading, experience is really important, you know, and I try to always remind that to people. But even if two persons have the exact same knowledge about the market, well, if one has way more experience than the other one, they will not take the same trades. They will not close the trade at the same place, or they will not take the same type of position, or they will not have the same type of reasoning, of thinking, you understand? So experience is really, really important in trading. So if someone doesn't have a lot of experience, it's, as I said, usually a way to tell that this person is probably trying just to scam you and to sell you something. Okay. So the real traders, so that's the third point here. The real traders talk about trading in itself, and they go really deep about it, you know? Like, most of the time, the fake people online, on Instagram, the scammers and all of that, most of the time these guys are only trying to show you the result of being a trader, right? So the profit, cars, lifestyle, blah blah blah. They are only trying to show you what they can get, or what you can get from the activity, right? Because their goal is to inspire you to basically see like your life in the future and how could you live with trading, you understand? Like, they want to tell you and to implement in your mind that if you trade, if you buy my product, you will trade like I do, or then you will have the same life like I do. You will drive those cars, you will have those watches, right? So they want to sell you the result of being a trader. So they don't talk about trading directly, you know, like they don't talk about the market, they don't talk about their analysis, the trades that they take, they don't talk about the psychology, the market, the recession, the economic cycles, blah blah blah, all these things. So they don't really talk about like the activity in itself, which is trading. They only focus on what this activity can get you. So if you see someone like this who only show, you know, their watches, their house, their lifestyle, the result of being a trader, as I said, and if they don't really talk about trading, well, that's also a really key element that you can look for into those guys. That is already a huge red flag to say that this person is just not a trader. And you know, those guys, and just to make a quick addition to this point, the scammers online, they're not dumb people, you know, they know very well what they're doing. Like, believe me, like they have studied human psychology, they know how to, you know, pass their message over you, they know how to, you know, make you want something. Like, they're not dumb people, they know very well how to scam you. And that's the problem, you know, like these scammers are professionals at what they're doing, and that's really unfortunate for the people who don't know how to avoid being scammed, right? Which is why I'm doing this video. So these scammers know very well what they're doing. So they're not stupid, you know, and that's why they don't talk about trading. Because if they were to talk about trading, they would sound idiot, right? To people like me who have a lot of experience, who know how to trade, they would sound fucking dumb. Because I would, like, it would be really easy for me to tell if that person actually knows what he's doing or not, you know. So that's why they avoid talking about trading. They just don't they don't know about it. They don't have much knowledge about trading. They are not traders in the first place. They are scammers. They're selling something on the internet around trading, but they are not trading, you know, in itself. So that's why they don't talk about it, because they would just, like, everyone would notice really quickly that they have no idea what they're talking about, and well, their scam would not work. So that was the third point with the small addition that I made. Okay, after that, let's go into the fourth point, which is they simply have no proof of their results. Like, there is no way in like that you can actually confirm if they are profitable or not. Like, they don't have a track records, or they don't share their trades, or like there is just no way to tell if that person actually made money or not in trading. And so when a person is hiding all the facts about his trading, and he's trying to hide, you know, the history or the results or things like that, it's usually a good indication that this person is not real. Just to give you my own example as well, because I think it's relevant to talk about in this point. You know, as I said at the beginning of the video, I myself have created a course to try to help people learn and help them to get to learn how I trade, basically. So in the course, and it has been like that for 2 years, okay? So for the past 2 years in our trading group, I have shared every single one of my trade. Every fucking trade was shared in the group for the last 2 years. So if the students want, when they get into the group, you can go back at the very beginning of the group chat, and you will see from there, boom, 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 all the trades that I've taken, they're all in there. All the winning trades, all the losing trades, all the big trades that made a lot of money, all the bigger losses, because at some point I got some bigger losses. As you guys know, I've already talked about this. So everything is documented. Every single trade was posted. So I was doing this because I wanted to show people, number one, what type of results you could get. You know, like when you are a trader, when you are good, when you know what you're doing, what are the type of results that you could get? That was one of the things I wanted to share with me sharing my trade. Another point was, of course, just to be real with people, to show the truth, and to just like remove all the bullshit aside. You know, I don't like BS. I don't like people who are fake. So I was sharing every single one of my trades just to show and to be real with people, as simple as that. But as I said, you know, you can go back if you are in the group, or if you will join eventually, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you would see in the group that if you go back at the very beginning, every single trade of mine question. So you could literally just like do the whole history of my trading and see how I built my account, and basically, you know, what led me to have some success in trading right now and to have a good capital to trade with, because as you guys know, I started with a relatively small capital and invested more money, grew it over time, blah blah blah. So that's basically how I did it. Like, you can go back in the group and you will see all the trades that led me to have this overall good result at the end. So that is just one example of how someone can document his trading, but that's how I did it, and that's basically what you need to expect from a mentor. You know, that is the minimum, that's the requirement that you need to ask for someone before that you buy their course. You know, like, you know, let's say someone tries to pitch you know, their course. Like, just ask them one simple question. Just tell them, show me your trading history, show me the proof that you are a good trader, or tell me how can I make sure that you know what you're doing, or tell me how did you document your trading, right? Because every good trader documents what he's doing. I mean, that's one of the most basic thing that you have to do in trading if you want to be and to really become good, learn from your mistakes, you know? So if a person cannot even answer that question, well, to me, like, there's not even other questions that you need to ask them. It's already over. It's already goodbye. I will try to find another person that can teach me, you know? So whenever that you are looking at a person for mentorship, single, or whatever it is, just ask them, you know, this simple question: can you show me your results? If they say no, well, it's too bad for them. And it's probably way better for you, because you will not, you know, get in the trap of buying their bullshit, and you will save yourself money, time, energy, and happiness, right? So that's basically the idea. This is a really important point, really simple as well, but a lot of people seem to forget it. So whenever that you want to make sure if someone is good or not, just ask them to show their results. If they can, and if they have good results, well, that's good, that's a good indication. If they can't, well, there you go. Okay, so the fifth point, and this is a really big one as well, that a lot of these scammers are doing, and I already kind of mentioned it at the beginning. They try to impress you with materialistic things and with a huge lifestyle, you know? So anything that can be correlated with success, they will use that and show it to you, to basically just show you like, hey, look at me, I'm a successful trader. So whether it's cars or house or watch or designer clothes or a trading setup, even some of these guys are using a nice trading setup to show like, oh, look at me, I have a good setup, like I'm a trader, right? Like, why would I have a huge setup if I were not a trader? You see, it really goes that far. It's fucking crazy when you think about it, you know? Like, they would buy so many things just to show you that they are a profitable trader, even if of course they are not, right? So you really have to be careful of that. So if you see someone on internet that once again only talks about the result, right, of being a trader, like what he gets from it, and all the things that he can buy or all the things that he can do, that's a really, you know, important point and a really big warning sign as well. And you know, like, if I wanted, I could do this as well, you know, like, but I'm not one of those guys. I hate the BS, as I said. So, you know, if I wanted for this video, I could have put on, you know, some chains. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I have some jewelry. I like jewelry. I mean, that's just one of my passion. So I could have put some chain. I could have put a Gucci sweater. I could have shown you guys this watch at the beginning, right? You see what I mean? I could have gone crazy and just act as if I was this guy who was making all of this money and living this crazy lifestyle and blah blah blah. I hate this shit, as I said, right? I think I already said it multiple times. But that just goes to show you that, you know, be very careful of the lifestyles that you see on Instagram, because most of them are really not real, you know. Most of them are just fake, and it's not that hard, by the way, to fake a lifestyle. So just to give you guys a few examples, if you see a nice car on Instagram, well, there is a really high probability that the person just rented the car, or even worse than that, they just found the car in the fucking street and took pictures in front of it. I know some people who did this, right? Some people are going in the street or going, at a nice place. They will find a nice car. They will take a picture in front of it, and they will post it on Instagram and write a quote, something like "work hard now and become successful after," or "work 3 to 5 years like most people want, so you can live the life like most people can." Like they're saying this as if they were this big trader, this huge entrepreneur who succeeded big in life. They're just taking a picture in front of a car that isn't even theirs, right? Like, do you understand how deep it goes? Like, to me, that's mind blowing. I don't like. It's really hard for me to understand how some people are able and capable to do this. How can they even sleep at night? Like, how can you sleep at night knowing that you are stealing money on a daily basis from people who are a little naive, who don't have a lot of knowledge about the industry, who thinks that you are a great trader or a great mentor, when it's the opposite? How could you even sleep? And if some of you guys, scammers, right now I'm talking to you guys directly, the scammers, if you guys are watching this video, how can you do this? Like, how can you sleep at night? How can you be at peace with yourself? I'm really curious to know the answer. So if some of you guys are watching this video, instead of trying to hate on me or leaving a dislike, try to write down a comment. I want to know, how are you able to sleep at night knowing that you are stealing money? Like, to me, that's mind blowing. Anyway, I'm a little off topic. I was ranting, so let me come back to what we were talking about. So that was the fifth point. Yeah, we are only on the fifth point. That was the fifth point. They are showing a big lifestyle. They're trying to impress you with all the things that they can find. So that's another warning sign. Okay, let's move on. The sixth point is that they always talk about their course and how great their students are doing. So that's another really important thing that a lot of these guys are doing. Like, every time that they get a small testimonial or a small profit from their student, most of the time, first of all, it's fake. It's not even like a real student. They created another Facebook account, send themselves those type of message with profit screenshots, and they put that on their story. Just so you know, most of them are doing this. So pretty much 90% of the testimonials that you probably saw on the internet are not even real. Like, they are the scammer creating other fake accounts to send himself those fake results to put on his story. That's what most of them are doing. But even if it's not the case, a lot of these guys are always talking, about their course. Like, oh, I have this course. My course is amazing. I'm a great mentor. I will help you. I will show you everything. I will guide you. I will make you successful. They're always, promoting their course, promoting themselves, saying that they are the greatest, that they will make you successful, they will help you to achieve everything that you want, blah, 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 right? And they always talk about after how great are their students, right? Oh, look at this student of mine. He made that much money in, 2 weeks. Or look at this student, or look at this one, look at this one. He just got this car, or he made that money, or he bought himself a watch, right? Like, they always talk about their course and their students' results, okay? Now, once again, just to remind you guys of something that I said at the beginning of the video, just because someone talks about his course or because he is selling a course doesn't mean that he's a scammer, right? Because I am selling a course myself, and I'm not afraid to say it, I mean, I'm very happy with the course actually that I'm selling. I'm really proud of it because it really gives good results. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this and turn the video into something else that it should not be, but just to tell you guys that just because someone is talking about their course sometimes or their students' results, if they have great results, I mean, once again, it's not everything is not black or white. There's a lot of gray into what I'm saying. So a good general idea that you can use, because remember, the goal of me doing this video is to give you guys the tools that you can use to after that determine if someone is real or not. That's really my main goal. So what you can do, and the best thing that you have to do, is to basically take all of those points together, right? And try to see basically an average, okay? So in the 10 points that I will cover in this video, well, try to see, you know, let's say you want to know if someone is a scammer or not. Like, just look at the person and ask yourself, you know, how many of these 10 points that person has. So if the answer is, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, it's not that bad, you know? Because, for example, one of my points is talking about their course. Well, sometimes I will talk about my course. That doesn't make me a scammer, right? So once again, a lot of grace. So if that person only has few points, well, it's already a good sign. But if someone has, you know, 6, 7, 8 of these points that I will list in this video, now that you have to be really, really careful. So you see, it's about like, you know, having a general idea, a general perspective of everything I say, and then making your own judgment, as I said. Okay. The 7th point, and that one is also really big. They do a lot of promotions about their course, or they always have a new course to sell, okay? To me, that is one of the main indicator that someone only tries to sell you something. And I'll explain you guys why. A question that I've received a few times, you know, since that I'm doing Reversal Master, is why do I only have one course? Or why do I only have one payment option, or one package, or one service, right? Like, why I don't have different packages, or a course, singles, webinars, seminar, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, why I only have one thing and not like a bunch of different things, a bunch of different, you know, options that you can choose, blah, blah, blah. Why is it like that? Well, the answer is really, really simple. I only have one course because it's the course that will make you a trader. That's it, you know? Like, when you see someone who has different packages, different options, different blah, 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 well, you know, ask them which one of these will make me a trader, right? Like, which one of your product will actually make me a trader? And when they answer, ask them the next question, which is, why are you not only selling this one, right? Like, I don't understand those guys sometimes. Like, as I said, you know, sometimes I'm confused myself because I see so many like weird things online. But like, think about it, you know, for real, you know, for a second. Like, why would someone has, for example, a course and a professional course, or a premium course, or a advanced course, right? Like, why someone would have 2 different courses, right? Like, if their goal was to teach you and to help you become a trader, they would only have one course. And in this course, it would include everything, right? Think about it, guys, you know, like, I don't want to get mad right now. I'm feeling a little more excited than I should be. So I don't want to get mad, but like, think about it, guys. Why would there be more than one course or more than one service, right? It's because they want to sell you more, right? You will buy the first course, the beginner course, and then to have access to the other information, to the advanced stuff, you will have to pay another fucking course. That doesn't make any sense. They are doing this because they know that you will buy the next course, that you will buy the next service, right? Because they want to make as much money as possible from you, right? So if you see someone who has more than one course, that's one of the main points, I think, in all the ones that I listed. It's one of the main points that really should give you a huge warning sign, you know? Why would a person that claims to help people and to mentor people and to teach people how to trade would have more than one course? That makes absolutely no sense. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've tried to come up with an answer with a logical perspective. I've never been able to. It makes no fucking sense. That's it. Like, it's really that simple. If someone has more than one course, there you go. You have your answer. This person doesn't care about you actually becoming a trader. He wants to sell you as much as possible and to make as much money as possible. That is the harsh truth of it, you know? So that's the reason why personally, I only have one course, right? Like, if you want to learn how to trade, take the course. It's really that simple, you know? No need to overcomplicate that type of stuff. So be very, very, very aware of that type of marketing. because I see it very often. A lot of people are doing it. Once again, I don't want to say names, even if I have names in my mind. I don't want to say them because that's not the goal. I'm not trying to shut down anybody. I'm just trying to bring awareness to the truth of this industry. So if you see someone who has more than one course to sell or more than one service, be very careful. Okay, the 8th point, they have more than one course and different package. Well, I just talked about this. So that was actually the 8th point. The 7th point that I had put was they do promotions about the price. Now that's, very similar. So they also do a lot of promotions, right? So, they will have this package minus 50% or this reduction by 10%, 20%, 30%, right? Like they always try to reduce the price a little bit of their course to make a offer, a limited offer, of course, right? Otherwise it would not be fun for them, right? So they make a limited offer that reduce the price a little bit for you to buy the course. Now, the question is, why are they doing this? What's the point of making a limited offer? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It comes back to basic human psychology. If there is a limited time that you can get something for a price that is less than what you would normally pay for, well, it becomes more interesting for you to buy the product right now, right? So it puts you in a hurry. It puts you in a mindset where you try to rush going to buy the course because you don't want to miss the amazing offer, the amazing opportunity, right? So that's a little similar than what I talked about in the previous point, which was that they have different courses, different packages, all these things, but it's still different, So they will do promotions to reduce the price a little bit, to put you in a hurry so that you can buy the product as fast as possible. So that's another ways that you can tell if someone is real or not, and it's a good marketing tool for them. They sell more course like that, so they are doing it for that reason. Okay, now the 9th point, they don't show any consistency in their trading. Okay, so they don't often post charts, or they don't often post analysis, they don't often post results. Only once in a while you will see a huge profit that comes from nowhere. Like you will scroll on Instagram and boom, you will see $20,000 profit. And 2 weeks later, boom, 10,000. But you will never see any analysis, you will never see any prediction, you will never see any forecast, you will never see any of those things. And once again, just to use my example as well, that is the reason why I'm doing what I call the weekly review. So that is a type of video that I have in the course in Reversal Master, and the weekly review is basically a video where every single week I show my predictions on the market. I show what I'm expecting, I go back on my trades, show my winning trades, my losing trades, explain my forecast, my analysis, what I'm expecting to happen, and I do this week after week. I think, if I don't mistaken, right now there is over 100 weekly reviews. So it's been over 100 weeks that I've been doing this constantly, right? So this also gives you an idea of what type of consistency that you need to expect from a mentor, right? And once again, the reason why I'm using my example is not to show how great I am or whatever. It's just to show you guys, to basically give you a perspective on what type of consistency you need to look for, right? Because if I only say look for someone that is consistent, well, maybe that in some of you guys' mind, you will think that it means 3, 4, 5 weeks of good results. No, that's not what it means. It means weeks after weeks after weeks after weeks, and I should even say months after months after months after months after months of consistency, right? That is a good indication. So if someone is not consistent, only sometimes posts huge profit, but then you don't see any analysis, you don't see any prediction, that's usually a good warning sign as well, that it's just there to fake and to front to front, I think we say that, to impress you basically, right? Okay, so the 10th and the last point, they like to be seen as gurus, right? They like to be seen as professional, and they also like to be seen as someone really hard to talk to. And once again, I will explain the psychology behind this. Why are they doing this? So let's say that you think that someone is a great mentor, you follow this guy, he has a cool car, blah blah blah, then you message him to ask him a question about their course or about whatever. So most of the times these guys will reply very late. They will take a lot of time to reply, and they are doing this intentionally, right? Like it's their goal to reply very late and take a lot of time to reply, because they want to be seen as buzzy. They want to be seen as people who are very hard to contact and to talk to. And so what that will do to your mind is that when the person will reply after 1 or 2 days, for example, you will be like, oh shit, I'm talking to this mentor, I'm talking to this guy that is so busy that everyone wants to talk to him. This guy right here, this superstar, he is talking to me, right? That's the type of psychology that happens. So when those guys take a lot of time to answer, or when they seem very distant, when they seem very unavailable, it's because that they want to act as if they were really popular, that everyone wants to talk about them and to talk with them. So when they actually talk with you, you will feel very great, because you will be like, oh my god, this guy is talking to me, he must find me special, I must be his next top student, right? And then you get really excited about it, and well, people end up buying the product also because of that. So those were the 10 main reasons and the 10 main traits that I've seen those guys using, these 10 techniques, we could say as well, to scam people, to act as if they were good traders when they are not. So yeah, those were the 10 points. So I really wanted to do this video, as I said, to give you guys the tools so that you don't get scammed. That's my only goal with this video, If you can save your money and realize that someone is not real and not buy, their product, if it's shit, well, I will be really happy after doing this video. So that's really the goal. As I said, give you guys the tools to really understand the truth of this industry, all the different ways that someone can try to sell you something, and everything that they do to basically push upon you their products. So as I said, I've seen way too many people get scammed. I've seen way too many people fall into these traps, and it's heartbreaking, because personally, I don't know if you guys know that about myself in my story, basically in trading, I've never been scammed. Not like that, actually. I've been scammed before in other things, other ways, but not in that type of environment. So I've never bought a bad course or a bad signal, or gave money to someone and then that person runs away with my money. This never happened to me, but I know a lot of people that happened to them. I have a lot of friends that lost money. I have a lot of even students, who before taking and joining us, well, they lost money before because of scammers. So I've just seen way too many people get destroyed by this. As I said at the beginning, that I felt the need of doing this video. So I know it was a very, very long video. I don't know if a lot of you guys are still watching. If you do, well, thank you first of all, and I hope that I have been able to at least open your eyes a little bit about the truth of this industry. So if you like the video, please leave it a like. I would truly appreciate it, and you can also share this video. As I said at the beginning, that would mean a lot to me. Hopefully this video reaches a lot of people. All right, so on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.